Hey, what's up? It's Sifu Kuttel, and I have here an Chen product that is not a sword. This is a premium carbon fiber long pole, and by long, it is like 10 feet long. Now, this is also made to be used with spears, so it comes with a safe sparring rubber spearhead and can be broken down for easy portability. Let's take a closer look. This long pole is one of two offerings by Chen. There's a fiberglass pole, which runs for $150 before shipping, and then there is this carbon fiber pole for $200 before shipping. The long pole is based on a Ming Dynasty spear design, which were 10 to 15 feet long, with a thick, heavy base end that tapered all the way down to a thin tip. Spearheads on these long poles were quite small in comparison to the variety of designs throughout China's history. In fact, they are easily mistakable for arrowheads. However, this design was extremely important as it ensured consistent mass distribution and balance of the overall spear, and the effectiveness was not hindered at all. This long pole matches the weight and balance of the hardwoods used for spears in the Ming Dynasty, like sandalwood or paulina. Even though the pole is hollow, there is still a smart base cap to properly counterbalance the pole. Even for solo practice on the fundamentals of spear, this can be an excellent training utility, and I highly suggest that you train with both northern and southern grips to have more symmetry in your training. For the northern style grip, we're going to have our right hand in the back all the way at the bottom end of the pole and our left hand in front. Now both thumbs should be pointing forward, and we're going to keep our hands spaced out at about shoulders distance apart. You can go a little bit wider if you need a little bit extra on the balance, especially with a long pole. Now our first position, we'll start in a mabu or a horse stance, and we'll bring our back hand up in a circular path. So my right hand comes up to my shoulder, and you'll notice as it does this, it circles the pole downward and around, and that's even without using my left hand. Okay, so we're going to use this natural circle to intercept using the front gate of the pole for a low technique or a long range technique, or if they've made it further past, we can use this to block with the rear gate of the pole. Okay, so again, from my starting position, I'm going to come around, block low, this is lan. Now I'm going to come over and I'm going to coil to cover and suppress and even entrap my opponent's weapon. And if I'm lucky, as I press down, I can even disarm them. So again, 1, 2, and then we'll follow up with a straight thrust. Ja. Now from here, we'll turn to our bow stance and thrust out. Typically in forms, it's at chest level, but I think it's important that you practice at low, medium, high, and more precise variable levels. So again, we'll start from these techniques, 1, 2, 3, and then return, and then you can do the exact same thing over and over. For southern style, we're going to grab with our left hand at the bottom end of the pole and our right hand as our lead. Now, when it comes to the differences between southern and northern styles, it's more than just having one hand in front or the other hand in front. It's more so you have to think of it in terms of what your dominant hand is doing. In one case, you're going to have your dominant hand as the rear hand, which emphasizes power in the thrust. On the other hand, you have the dominant hand as your lead hand that's going to be emphasizing precision and control in technique. So you can work between the two and really figure out which one fits your style better. Now for this technique, it's going to be quite similar, but I do want to change it up slightly. So we'll begin again with a horse stance or a sei ping ma, and what we're going to do is bring our hand up, and not just to our shoulder, but all the way up over our head. So this again can be used for the front gate to be blocking down low all the way to the midsection of the staff, or the upper gate to block. And this one really exercises that range and really trains the shoulder. You're going to really develop the shoulders this way. You can also do this with your northern style grip. So again, we're going to come over the top. This one's called na. So as we block inward, we're going to call this one na, and then we'll return coiling back and pressing down with a kan, pressing technique. So again, na, kan, and then we'll again be using a straightforward thrust, sliding in the hand as we do Chen. Okay. Now again, Chen in forms is going to be firing straight towards the heart. It's going to be at chest level, but when it comes to practice and precision, it's good to be able to do this at multiple levels. Now this is also a really nice time to bring up a classic spear maxim in Chinese martial arts, and that is front hand loop, backhand lock. And this applies to both northern and southern styles and grips. The idea is our backhand will be firmly grasping the spear. No matter what, we'll always have a firm grip. It's not going to slide, it's not going to change. That's locked. Our front hand is going to be the loop. This is what's guiding the spear around to find its destination. So you'll notice that's why we slide in the palm all the way as we thrust forward and meet the two together, okay? So again, practicing these techniques, either way, we still have front hand loop, backhand lock. The rest is to get in your reps and focus on accuracy. Many masters will perform this fundamental combination hundreds of times for their training, aside from spear forms and sparring. Just don't be overly ambitious, as your body has to develop to handle the weight of the spear, to drive it, but more importantly, to catch it as a shock absorber. Too much too soon can really injure your joints and muscles. Once you're done training, the pole can be broken down into two very manageable sections by simply unscrewing the pole apart. Now this long threading is important as it ensures that the pole can handle the impact during sparring as well as the many movements during forms training and remain secure and not come apart while in action. One of the things I appreciate is that the top half of the pole has the threading on the inside, allowing me to use it as a standalone staff for training and teaching, even from my own living room. It also comes with this hefty bag, which is extremely convenient for transport and really helpful for me, as I cannot store this pole where I teach and have to bring it to and from home. The rubber spearhead is larger than the historical spearheads of the Ming Dynasty, but it still remains within the realm of historical accuracy when compared to the spearheads of the Song or even the Qing dynasties. Now this rubber is durable and it can take quite a beating, and it as well stays on the pole quite well. Personally, I really like this pole for long pole training. For many martial artists, this would be an excellent pole for Lok Tim Bun Guan training. However, we don't have that form in Choi Li Fut, and among all of the staff forms that I know, I think this would perfectly fit with the form Chao Sat Dan Tao Guan, or hoist and smash single end staff. The form can be practiced almost entirely without modification. Only a couple of movements really require a slight adaptation for the length of the staff, but the other 98% of the form can be accurately executed. Finding a real wooden long pole that's the correct length, weight, and balance is incredibly difficult to find. Then on top of it, if you have to order it and have it shipped in, you're going to have to shell out for shipping fees. Where I live in Switzerland, just a simple 6-foot waxwood staff that costs less than 10 euros to purchase costs over 160 euros just for shipping. And since it's coming in from France, I would have an import tax tacked on, further increasing the price. A traditional long pole that costs 140 euros would then cost an additional 160 to ship, which launches the price up to 300, and that's not even including the import tax. That's where this pole makes all the difference. You are guaranteed to have the correct length, weight, and balance, and it can be broken down, which makes shipping, storage at home, and transport from your house to the school much easier. Now, if you're interested in this carbon fiber pole, I will leave all the links down below so you can check it out on LK Chen's website, and you can get into your spear training, your staff training, and sparring as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions about this, and I will do what I can to answer them, especially in concerns of tightening in between the sections. So far, I have noticed no problems of the sections loosening up during practice. It's been really reliable in that. So if you have any other questions, let me know. And otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.